Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to the session. So I am logging into my AWS console. Still people are joining. Let's wait for a couple of minutes.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning Durga.
Ma'am, can you please share these recording videos, ma'am?
Recording videos I so this is a value add session. If you are for value add session, recordings will not be available, Durga. If you have opted for AWS, I think then you will have LMS access. There you will be, you can see those recordings.
I didn't get you, ma'am. What? I am for AWS only. I mean, courses. This is not a added course, ma'am.
Okay, then LMS account will be, you will be given that LMS access, right?
I don't know about the LMS, ma'am.
Okay. Who is your point of contact? Is it Kalim or anyone else?
Kalim and Manish.
Manish, okay. Ask them about LMS. So everyday recordings will be uploaded in the LMS, and also the presentation which we are using in the class will also be available in that LMS.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, one more thing. Actually, here, how can I practice this one, ma'am? Only practice AWS.
You have to create AWS account. Few topics we will do in class. Today we will practice EC2 if you have your AWS account. A few things we will discuss in class, and you can do it later if you,
Okay,
because
ma'am.
of time constraint. Most of the things we will do hands on in class itself.
Okay, you will hear, but I don't know how can I practice and how to listen
Okay,
because I'm depending on only my AWS, ma'am. Okay, I'm settling. I want to settle in this AWS. I don't go for other courses only. I don't go for any other courses. So for this, they are telling that for AWS with one program is necessary, ma'am. If you want to settle in that AWS plus one any programming language is necessary.
programming language is for this role solution architect associate level.
Okay.
Programming skills are not, I mean, you don't need expert level programming skills. A
Okay.
little bit of programming knowledge is enough. In the course also we will not use program anywhere. We don't program at all, and there are a lot of tools came in to write policies, to generate policies using JSON and Python, all these things. So no worries, even though we don't use programming at all. um, for your job, a little bit of these Linux skills, Linux operating skills would help.
Okay. Mm.
That, and that too, you don't need like expert level Linux OS skills. Awareness of Linux and what basic commands is enough.
Okay, actually after your class, I don't know how to practice this one. ఎట్లాగా అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదు మేడం ఎట్లా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి ఎట్లా అని.
Actually, you have to go through the recordings. You
Mm.
can go through the recording once again and practice. No problem. Today we will do in class. You can practice that only later. If you don't have LMS access, I'll also inform to Kalim. You also remind him once again to give the LMS access.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Actually, in outside they are telling for in AWS with cloud computing. Actually, about the AWS cloud computing, no, ma'am.
Cloud computing means cloud computing is a generalized word. Uh,
Mm.
and AWS is one of the public cloud. Okay, cloud computing means you can include any cloud, computing on the cloud, and it includes analytics, it includes development, application development, and everything. So, our course is related to AWS Solution Architect Associate. So here we will talk about services
Mm.
and how to provision them, use them, as we discussed in our first class. Suppose application has to be highly available, what you have to do. How? So suppose client came
Mm.
and he will tell you what he want to do. He will give you a problem statement. I want to launch these kind of application. So
Okay.
as a cloud solution architect, you will design the plan, and
Okay.
also throughout the project life cycle,
Mm.
you will make changes so that it has to be easily manageable, redundant, and also it has to fit in your budget. That is your job role,
Okay.
cloud associate. So you also have DevOps certification. This certification related to those things. And on the same AWS or Azure or GCP, you have DevOps, which is for developers
Okay.
who develop apps. And there are specialty certifications, as we discussed, for machine learning, for security, for networking. So those are different things, more related to security. If you take machine learning, it's more related to analytics, how you do analytics on the cloud.
Ah, okay. Okay, actually, I'm from mechanical background, ma'am. I'm working as assistant professor. Now, I leave my job. No, only I want to change my field. I'm depending only this course only, ma'am. So I want to
Okay.
settle in that course only. That's why I'm taking very serious. But I don't know how to practice and all this.
Okay. So you created AWS account, Durga?
Don't know, ma'am. I don't create anything.
Not yet created.
Mhm.
Okay, create a AWS account and also ask Kalim for LMS access. I will also inform the same to give LMS access as soon as possible. No need to worry, all the recordings of
Mm.
the classes will be available there. You can
Oh,
go through the recordings and you can practice.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, for this, any experience letter, experience they will provide, ma'am, in our institute. Will they provide experience letters and all?
No, Durga, experience won't be provided. Job assistance will be there.
Okay,
Yes. Again, job assistance, you have to ask who is your point of contact, Kalim or Manish. Just ask them how would be the job assistance and all.
and actually, I'm now from up to now I'm working as a assistant professor only, but under different field, mechanical. So directly, if I put the resume in a fresher in AWS, there is nothing that much chances will not get. I think.
Yes, yes, there people will ask for some experience,
Mhm.
but there are many startups. There are startups are there who are offering the job roles. There are opportunities. There are good opportunities. Mm, you can try. So we will discuss about that. We will let
Okay.
you know. But as a fresher or you to add any experience, so how would be that? So our job assistance team will guide you. Don't worry.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys, we will start. And before starting the session, let me ask you how many created this AWS account? Everyone have this? Yes, Shravani created. And others, guys? Ali, guide us to create. Sagar, no. Tariq created. Okay, so no. So let us discuss then how to create AWS account. I'll try to create one. For that, I need to get a new mail ID because I have used all my mail IDs. Let us try. Ali says you can take my ID. Okay, so let's try. And it asks details, Ali. Your phone number, Aadhaar or PAN card number. All these things will be there. Let me try with a new mail ID. Sign out from here. Okay, create an AWS account. If you go to this aws.amazon.com, you can do this in class, but you can't access AWS services. It will say that it needs around 24 hours. After 24 hours, you can use AWS. That means creating services within the AWS. You can do after 24 hours from the time of account creation. So go to this URL aws.amazon.com. Something like start free will come here. For me, instead of that, I have log back in. If you are new to AWS, start free will be there. Click on that. So log back in and then create a new account. Okay, I'll try in Cognito mode. Yeah, get started for free. Okay, we'll do one thing. Let us share someone's screen who don't have a AWS account because a few people are struggling with account creation. So we will do it in class. Okay, guys, I'll share mine. Okay, Ali. Okay, Ali will share his screen. Let me stop my screen share. Okay, I have stopped my screen sharing. Ali, you can share your screen. Right.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, Ali.
Yeah, I
Aga
have put my
Yes, you have put your mail ID
for the password.
and the password. Yes. Guys, everyone can do it along with Ali.
Shall I start?
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Confirm password and give a account name, which is like your username. Okay.
So I'm done. So
Yeah,
moving
done.
forward,
Let's ask others. Done everyone with first step?
I can text one-on-one itself, with message. So I
Message.
will, yeah, I will kindly open that message so that I can text to all just to confirm, like, please confirm whether the guys have done it or not.
Yeah.
Some guys, some guys they can't speak, so they can text.
Yes, yes. I'm checking in the chat box. So you have to give your email address, password, that's it, and account name.
Yes.
Yeah, Lakshmi, yes.
Yeah.
Sudha, yes. Okay. Durga, have you done this?
Ma'am, I'm doing. Ma'am,
Okay.
once tell me the URL. AWS stuff. Amazon. Okay.
aws.amazon.com. Let me type in the chat box. Yeah, Ali
Uh,
has already shared. You
but I'm
can click
sharing
on.
with you only. That's what I said too. If you can open with all, then I can text all the guys and I can confirm with all of them.
I didn't understand, Ali, what you're saying. Please,
I
please.
mean, just kindly
Yes.
open the chat so that I can text to all. I can
Okay, is
text
chat
only
is
to
not
you.
okay. Yes, I have made you co-host. I think now you'll have access to
Yeah, everything.
everyone's chat box.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can do it for everyone.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, shall we move on to second step, guys?
Durga Garu, kindly confirm because I think you're the only one or everyone. Please kindly confirm.
Yes, first step over.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm moving forward. Huh?
Yes.
For security reasons, we need to verify the account holders as real people.
Enter that characters.
24 Z. Is it capital Z? 8 FP.
So personal
So
for your own projects, you can choose personal
business
or
personal. Yeah,
business. You can choose anyone, personal or business. Let us keep it as personal.
fine.
Does address matter in the second step? Yes, I think it is mandatory. You cannot leave any one of this. I mean, you cannot skip any one of this. You have to fill in all the blanks. But they will not cross verify. You can give any random address also. That's fine. Yeah, number also. You'll get OTP to your phone and you have to submit that OTP. You should provide your phone number too.
I- Is it okay if I mean, if I don't give like a home address?
Yes, okay.
She's asking my number. Why?
Phone number, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you have to give your phone number. You'll get that OTP and you have to submit that OTP.
Yes. No, no. I mean, okay.
Or what you can do, you can give some, if you don't want to put your phone number, you can give some wrong number there. You have already entered, right? Your phone number anyway.
Yeah, I have given no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also talking with somebody. So, guys, please confirm. Like,
Sir, next step, here asking credit and debit card number.
Yes, you have to
but
provide your credit or debit
debit
card
card.
number. Yeah.
Oh, actually, present I don't have these cards, ma'am.
And you cannot
You
create, I
use,
think.
yes, you should have one Visa or MasterCard. Otherwise, you can borrow from anyone, but they has to be there.
Durga, should I provide mine if you want?
Ah, okay. Actually, I lost my ATMs and pouch in last month, sir. So again, I didn't apply because this lockdown, I don't go outside. That's
Okay, if money cuts, then who will be the responsible?
no, sir, no need. I'll create later, sir. I'll
Look,
take that card and
I,
create
I'm
later.
not sir. I'm also a student. So
Oh,
my name
okay.
is Imran. Okay. So
Oh.
better to create afterwards. Huh?
After I'll.
Imran, hide it, hide it. You should not share these details. What you're
Yeah, yeah.
doing.
I know. I know. I know.
So what you can do, give some wrong details, or you can pause the screen. We can see up to this step only. After completing this step, you can resume the share.
Yeah, yeah. I will pause this share. Huh?
You can stop or pause. Okay, I'm able to select only United States. Is it like that? because based on your location also it will come. Even in Imran's also in the last step you can see at the bottom there is something is there, some Indian contract, something is there. But why only United States is coming for you?
I don't know. I have given Indian address only. Still, it's showing.
It's not taking your address as a valid one.
Uh,
Is it not taking accepting your address?
no, it's not accepting. But
Okay.
Ma'am, are you sure like we can provide our details so that they will not charge?
Yes, they will not charge.
Okay, then.
That 2 rupees also they are saying that they will refund within 3 to 5 days.
Hmm.
Instantly 2 rupees will be deducted. You have to pay 2 rupees.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. For that is it's okay. Yeah, but on billing addresses, use my contact details. Like is it okay if I put it like some? I mean, my colony name is and what should I
no
provide the
problem.
detail? Is it
No
fine, right?
problem. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, then moving forward, does you have a PAN? So also include we have to include our PAN card number.
Yes, PAN or you can use your Aadhaar also. Any card
Fine,
has to
then.
be pro. You can skip that. When I created this account, I skipped that. There will be
But I think
option to skip that.
we cannot skip. I think let me check for that. I mean, there is an option.
So that is around 1 year back. I don't know now how terms.
Okay, anyhow, I will add my PAN card. So
Yeah.
not to cancel, then I will add my PAN card.
And Sagar, if it is not accepting your Indian address, you can just give your office address or something like that.
yeah, it is written it down that customers with an Indian contract addresses are supported by Amazon Internet Service Private Limited.
Okay. If you give that any local address, is it working?
Uh, no, I cannot choose till India, just United States only.
It's in the drop down, you're saying that you're only getting country as United States, right?
No, I can see the countries, but I cannot choose any of them. It's not taking.
Okay.
So have you all guys like please confirm you got this page except Sagar and Durga.
Sir, I'm not creating, sir. Actually, I
Yeah,
don't have.
that's what like except Durga. Please confirm once.
Yeah, now I got it.
Got it? Okay.
Moving forward.
Yeah, please. So this code you got to your phone, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
For this
Basic
one,
support
basics.
free. Yes.
Okay, I'm clicking on this, then complete sign up.
And go to AWS Management Console.
This one?
Yeah, go to your AWS Management Console one.
Okay, done.
Yes, it's asking your role I'm interested in. You can give your role that closely related to your job role and in what you are interested in. This will not affect your AWS console.
Mhm.
It will just ask.
Well, it is fine. Submit, huh?
Yeah, submit.
Yeah, done.
And sign into the console as root user.
Is that N, ma'am?
Yeah,
ND3XG5.
ND.
Country as shown me.
And your password.
So I'm done.
Done. And try to create any service. If you're able to do, we will do in class.
Here he is asking for like Ohio, so I will check it as like
Yeah, you can choose any region. That
any
won't be
region
a
is fine.
problem. Yeah, any region is fine.
So yeah, then what you said, ma'am?
Try to create a EC2 service. Go to services, EC2.
I think we should wait for all the guys to confirm once.
Yes. You have to wait.
Kindly
It may
ask.
take 24 hours to fully activate. And others, guys, have you completed this account creation? Raju, payment method cannot be verified. Consider using a different payment method. Okay. And please try to do it today because to work on this AWS account, that is this AWS account to become fully active, it takes around 24 hours.
Still, some guys are facing issues, seems.
Yes, related to payment and all.
Yeah.
You have to retry again. So there is no other method, trial and error.
So I
Okay.
think you can take back. And
Yes,
I
yes.
think we'll move forward.
Let me share my screen.
I will
That,
drop
yeah,
it.
you
I
have
will
to
stop.
stop.
Hello, ma'am. Actually, after 1 year, they will not deduct anything, right? Because if we forget to cancel or something.
No, they will not deduct anything.
Okay.
2xm. Without your consent, they will not deduct any money. If you have exceeded your free tier limit, then you will get mails to pay the bill. They will not automatically deduct. Sometime if you don't know how to do, then suppose you are trying something, you have uh, messed up something with AWS services, and now you don't know how to delete the services. Maybe it is throwing error, you are unable to do it, but charges are there for that services which are unable, you are unable to delete or deal with. Then you can go for your support center and write to AWS. Even recent times I also done the same. I forgot to delete my services. I have wrote to them. Where it is your support cases, you can create a case and request AWS, they will waive off that bill. So this one, I wrote this one related to SageMaker. I think I have tried with SageMaker and messed up something. So they have waived around 3000 rupees bill. So they will not automatically deduct. If you have messed up something also, you can always contact with the support center. Within 24 hours, you will get response back. That is my case. Okay. So this is the response I got back. The resources were terminated properly after pushing for an approval with the support team. I have waived the full amount of charges regarding the invoices for February, March, and April. So 3 months of charges has been waived off, and this is the amount they have waived off for me. See, it's not 3000, it's more than that. As I said, multiple people will be using this. Okay. So don't worry about sharing your card details. That's completely safe, fine. Yeah, sure, Ali, I'll do that. Okay. Let's go back to our services. And if you don't have recordings, also that's fine. You can take screenshots. Whatever we are doing in class, you can follow. Maybe today you people who have already created can do in parallel with me. Who have created just now, it will take around 24 hours to get your AWS fully active. So what you can do is you can take screenshots and do it later. Okay. So here we are on EC2 dashboard. We will start with EC2 first. EC2 means your virtual machine. And most of the times people use these virtual machines as servers. So that is the concept of cloud, right? Instead of keeping servers on your own premises, you are moving them to your cloud. And why? By doing so, we have a lot of advantages. We already talked about them in our first class. Let us go and launch one virtual machine computer. So we are creating a virtual computer. So the things which we choose here are very much relatable to buying a computer and setting up your computer for your use. The first thing is choosing your operating system. So guys, if you're not doing, you can take a snap of it, screenshot of it, save somewhere else on your laptop, and you can do it later when your AWS is ready. So I got a mail that I can start now and I am able to do. Okay. Maybe it depends upon the region. Sagar has just now created AWS and he can able to do. So, but here, if we create AWS account, it takes 24 hours for us to access it. So not only these things, lot of services also. Uh, all the services are not same for all the regions. Some regions has more services uh, available. Some regions do not have services. We will also talk about that as we move along. So coming back to our EC2, this is our EC2, we can say launch console. We are launching a EC2 machine. EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. That's why they have named it as EC2. Nothing but a virtual machine. You can create a Linux virtual machine. This is Amazon Linux 2 distribution. This is Red Hat distribution. SUSE, Ubuntu, all these are Linux distributions. We have Windows and Windows Server and different versions of Windows servers. And not only that, if you look into this, this is Microsoft Windows Server 2019 base with containers. This one. Suppose you want database also along with your server. So this is Windows along with SQL Server. This is not just a operating system, customized operating system, you can say. AMI is a customized OS. You can see the some come along with SQL. If you see here, Red Hat, this is a plain Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. So this is enterprise level Windows Server. So again, this comes with SQL. And if you see some AMIs, they will come with SQL, PHP, all these things installed on it. Example here itself. The same Amazon Linux 2. This is also free tier eligible. It comes with .NET Core, PowerShell, Mono, and made desktop environment already installed in it, pre-installed. And you can also read here, AMI is a template. They are not calling it as an operating system. It's a template where OS along with some applications are also available. The first one is plain Linux 2 AMI. You can start with that or you can choose anyone. You can go with Red Hat and Windows. We will discuss how to connect with the Windows. Procedure is bit different. So let us start with Linux first. You have to choose the first one. Step one is choosing your AMI. Guys, who are doing along with me? Who are not able to do? So most of you created account today, right? You can take a snap of it or you can do it later by, okay, Sagar is doing now. Okay, Lakshmi is also doing. Shravani also doing. Okay. You have to select the first one. Here, click on select. Second step is also not much to do anything here. Leave it as is, free tier eligible one, and move on to third step. That is next, configure instance details. And third step, here lot of options are there, but most of these things we will keep as is because we are a new entrant to EC2. We are launching one instance. Network, we should know that network is nothing but our region, and subnet is nothing but the availability zone. And this option will be filled by default for us with the default VPC, which is Mumbai VPC. VPC is nothing but a network, and their availability zone is your subnet. Okay, here also we are keeping things default only, but you have to know auto assign public IP address, enable it. If you use subnet setting also, you will be provided with your instance will get an public IP, but enable it. And rest of the things are default. We have talked about spot instances, but we are not opting for one. Anyway, we are getting it free. You can try spot instances later. So this page is also a default one. So first page, you have to select the first step. You have to select the first AMI, Linux AMI. Second step, go with the default option. Third step, go with the default option. Auto assign options. Which is auto assign option? And step 2, step 3. Where is auto assign options? This one, auto assign public IP. Okay, this one, enable this. Go to the drop down. You will get enable, disable, use subnet setting, enable. Here also, if you keep that default option, it's fine because it's default VPC and availability zone. So you'll get public IP. Done, right? Next, add storage. For me, it's showing active. Where, Sagar, where are you getting that active thing? Here under drop down. Okay. Is enable, disable or not there? Only active, and the other option is active and deactive. So active. Active means enabling. Yes. And next, add storage. Storage by default 8 will be there. Here also we will go with default. If you want to add a new volume, you can add. But you can leave it. No need also. While talking about EC2, we will create one volume and we will also talk how to attach it to EC2 instance. So this also default page. Step 4 is also default. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you can go with default option. At step 3, you have to enable auto assign IP. Except that, remaining things are all default. Step 4 is also a default one. So you can note down that step 1, 2, 3, 4 are default ones. And step 5 is add tags. You can add any tag. Let us call this is server. So this one role is web server. You can add more roles like this. You can also skip this. Next, security group. Guys, everyone able to follow this? Any doubts? Next, configure security group. So this sixth step only we are going to edit. Up to fifth step, you can keep things default. Of course, we have enabled autos and IP. You can also keep that default. You can skip the fifth step tags. It's better to add tags. When you are using CLI or applying policies, it will be helpful. We will talk about that when we discuss about IAM roles and policies. And here we are going to create a security group. Security group is nothing but network firewall. You can name your security group. Let us call this as Linux. I'm calling this as Linux demo security group, so that you can easily identify if the security group has a name, and you can use existing security group. That means if you have created the security group, you can reuse it. No need. It can be any name. There is no such thing like name has to be unique here. Security group name can be anything. And already this default one uh, rule will be there, which is SSH rule. And SSH stands for secure shell. And this SSH is a protocol used to virtually access, especially Linux instances. If you have guys know about something called as PuTTY software, using PuTTY you can SSH into Linux machines. So if you are aware of Now, guys, my voice clear? Yes. Shravani, yes. Sagar, yes. Lipsita, yes. Okay, yes. So these are rules. That's why they call it a security group. Security group is like a network firewall. You can also read here. For example, if you want to set up a web server, allow internet traffic to reach your instance, and add rules that allow unrestricted access to HTTP and HTTPS ports. Here you can allow traffic into your network. What traffic you wish to allow. Suppose this is not a web server. This is a computer which you are creating for your organization. So suppose you are EC2 admin and you are the one who have to create, delete, provision everything for the people to work with within your organization. You are creating this and you want people only within your organization have to log into this EC2, not others. So instead of this, what you'll do, suppose HTTP rule. Suppose a database is available. Let us take an example of database, MySQL. But this MySQL database has to be accessed by people within your organization. Then here instead of internet, you will give the network ID of your organization. So guys, just give me a minute. Okay, sorry for that. Let us remove this. We want this EC2 instance to be as web server. So we will add HTTP rule. HTTP, and when you say HTTP, port will be automatically 80, and this is your internet CIDR range. If you want to give any description, you can give or leave it. What you're saying with this rule is source is internet, from internet allow HTTP traffic through port 80 into this instance. This is security group. Done, guys. Everyone with the security group. Add a HTTP rule. Next, review and launch. Simple. From first step to fifth step. At first step, remember you have to choose Linux AMI 2. Amazon Linux AMI 2. You have to choose that. Second, third, fourth, fifth, you can go with default. Sixth step, you have to add HTTP rule. Simple. And then review and launch. And here are your all details, and you can see the warning here. Improve your instance's security. Your security group Linux is open to the world. Because I am using HTTP, not HTTPS, this warning is there. HTTP means the protocol will send unencrypted URLs in the internet. If you use HTTPS, this only encrypted data will be in transit. But for HTTPS, you have to bring in certificates. Let us keep things simple now. We will go with HTTP and then launch. And if you are new doing creating EC2 for first time, you have to create a new key pair. Just give any name. I'm calling this as my Linux, or I'll say this is EC2. Not only for Linux, you can use it for any other instances also. EC2 security key. You can give any name. Step 7 again. Step 7 is this. Just go through the details. So the things you have opted or filled so far in all these steps, you can see here. And there is one warning message here saying that you're open to the world and you're using HTTP. HTTP sends plain URL. See, this is HTTP. HTTP URL. You are sending this HTTPS URL means in transit. In transit means it will reach AWS server, and response back is this web page, right? So in transit, this URL will be encrypted. Only encrypted data will be sent if you are using HTTPS. But we are using HTTP. The plain URL will reach the server. In the transit, if someone try to hack this, it would be easy if you are using HTTP instead of HTTPS. But no need to bother. We are just learning. We will keep it as HTTP only. And then launch. So here also we are not doing anything. It's just review. You review your all the things which you have chosen. If someone hack, if it is your production server, definitely you have to use HTTPS. Not only HTTPS, you have something called as WAF, which is like a web firewall on AWS. People use that. Our card details, no, it won't be a problem. So people cannot know your card details. EC2 is different, and again your card details entire thing will be with AWS. No need to worry about that. Yes. Okay. Then launch. Create a new key pair. So you have, if you are not doing this, you can take a screenshot. You have to create a new key pair. Give any name and download the key pair. A .pem file will be downloaded. Now launch your instance. Launch. And view the instance. So this instance I have created just now. Seven steps are there. The only two things you have to do is you have to add a HTTP rule and the security group step. And at the final step, you have to create a key pair. Creating key pair is just giving a name and download it. Launch. That's it. And we will also look into free tier limits of EC2 instance. You can go and check in your billing dashboard. Those things will be available. My billing dashboard. Yeah, it will be pending within couple of minutes. Within a minute, it will move to running state. Here, billing preferences, payment methods. Or you can check here AWS dot amazon dot com slash free. This is a place where you can also create your account, and if you scroll down you can see free tier limits. For Amazon EC2, 750 hours per month. That means you can keep your instance in running state for 750 hours. And again, this means for all the instances across all the regions. If you look here, I have two instances. If I have only one instance, then I can keep this instance running for 750 hours per month. If there are two instances, then both the two instances should not be running for 750 hours. Then time will become half. After launching, you didn't find the dashboard. No problem. You can go to services and EC2. So this 750 hours is for all the instances running, putting together. You have to add. Suppose this instance you have kept running for 2 hours, this instance for 2 hours, then 2 plus 2, 4 hours. You have already consumed 4 hours of that running period. And you have two more instances in any other region, then you should also count them. And one more thing you have to look into is EBS. Storage we have opted is EBS. And that is the default thing you will get, EBS, Elastic Block Storage. Thirty GB of EBS you can use for free. And again, you can see again 1 GB of snapshot. This snapshot is different. 1 GB of snapshot and 30 GB of EBS you can use for free. And EBS magnetic, you can use this much of IOPS we have, right? So this is for EBS magnetic, and this is for SSD 30 GB. You can store 30 GB of data for free. I have created two EC2 instances, and both of them are using 8 GB, and this one uses 8 GB, 8 GB each. That means I'm already using 16 GB of EBS, and the max limit is 30 GB. And you have to be careful. And one more thing is, if you are creating instances more than your free tier limit and deleting them immediately, then AWS will ignore it. If you are keeping them in running state for a day or a couple of days, then only AWS will charge for that. So it might be different for you. It is my observation with my account. It's not like it has to be like this only. That's what I observed. Many times I have launched so many servers exceeded the tier limit, but AWS didn't send any bill for that.
I got the page, the EC2 page. I got it already. Just now
Okay.
I checked it, so I got the page.
Okay. So your instances will be in running state, right?
Not yet. I mean, still.
Initially, it will be in pending. You can refresh.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't started yet. Like for this part,
No
the
need
one
to
which.
start. When you create it, automatically, initially it will be in pending state. Status will be in pending,
Mhm.
and then it will move to running state.
Yeah, within a minute. Yeah, because fine, got it.
Yes. And how to stop instance here? You have to choose your instance. Stop instance, reboot instance, terminate. Terminate means deleting your instance forever. Stop means it's like shutting down your computer. And if you keep your instance in stop state, then AWS will not count for those hours. Only running hours will be calculated. So one or two servers, you can keep them in stop state. Stop your instance. You
Stop
can,
means we can resume this part. Or what?
yes.
Resume.
See,
Then after that,
start in,
reboot again. Start.
yes,
Stop and
again
start.
start. Stop and start.
Okay.
Like you shut
Can you
down
do it
on.
for this first one, ma'am, please? Like
Yeah,
this.
stop
We have a
instance.
stop. Uh-huh. Stop.
And I have one instance already stopped here.
Mm-hmm.
Choose one. Instance state and start
Got it.
instance.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So again, instance state will be pending. Slowly it will become and running state. It is running. And to view your instance details, you can click on this instance ID. Here you can see all your instance details. This is your public IP address, private IP address, and a DNS name given by AWS. And this is private DNS name for this EC2 instance. There is no elastic IP address. VPC is Mumbai's default VPC, and we are using one of availability zone. This is your availability zone, which is also called as subnet ID of it. And IAM role and other things are there. This is your key pair. And here the thing we need to talk about is security, storage group. Sorry, not storage group, security group. Security group. Let me go back to that one, which is newly created. Stopped, right? Let me start it. Okay. Under security tab, we have added all these rules. Two rules we have added, right? This is HTTP rule. Two times it's there. Why? Because it's IPv6 addressing. You can keep IPv4 only, no problem, or leave it as IPv6. This is HTTP rule, and this is my SSH rule. And the security group name. If you want to edit your security option is not opening. So you have to go to this tab, then all these details will be like this.
When I'm just opening, it is showing that we encountered an unexpected error.
Okay. Just refresh and check once. Refresh or stop and start your instance once.
Okay.
Okay. Security. Suppose you want to edit your security group. Why? Because suppose you want to add HTTPS rule, or you are making it as database. You also using database here. You wish to use that database rule also. You should use. Then you have an option of editing this. Here you can see your security group. Go here. You can see inbound rules and outbound rules. Inbound rules are this. By default, all the rules are denied except the SSH, because we have to virtually access this Linux EC2 instance. That's why SSH rule will be there, except that all the inbound rules by default are denied. You want to explicitly mention, that means you have to add, I will allow HTTP traffic into my machine. I will allow MySQL traffic into my machine. Like that. We have added HTTP rule. You can edit your inbound rules. This is one thing. We are not editing now. And then outbound rules. By default, all the traffic is allowed to go out of this instance. So you have to know what is inbound and outbound. Outbound means traffic going out of this instance, virtual machine. Inbound means traffic coming inside into your instance. Inbound rule. We have added a HTTP rule, means that means HTTP traffic is allowed into this instance, right? And now how to connect with this? We have created a EC2 instance, and how to connect with this? We have to connect virtually, and we know that. And there are two options. You can directly go and click on connect. Here you will have EC2 instance connect, and click on connect. It will open up in your browser. This is one way, and it is very simple one, and not recommended way also. It's better to use SSH. SSH is more secured one. And to use this SSH client connectivity, that means you are going to connect with EC2 instance using SSH client option. For Mac users and Linux users, you can directly use your terminal and connect through SSH. But for Windows users, you need a software called as PuTTY. So to connect using this SSH, you should download this PuTTY. Download PuTTY here, first one. Go to putty.org. Let me type in chat box too. Yes, you have to download. You can download now, or when you are practicing this EC2 lab, then you can do. Still showing the same error. Go to putty.org. And Sagar, is this status check has done 2 by 2 checks passed? Are you getting this, or it
Yes.
isn't still initial? It is there.
No, it's 2 by 2 checks passed.
Passed, okay. And you are not able to go in this tab, right? Security.
Yeah.
Are you able to connect? Click on connect.
No.
Not able to connect also.
No.
Here you have option called network and security. Under that you have security groups.
Yes.
Shravani is also getting the same thing. Go to security groups.
Mhm.
Here I have lot of security groups. You'll be having the security group which you have assigned to
Linux
your.
demo SG security group name.
Is it there for you?
Yeah.
From there, can you access that one?
That is showing the inbound and outbound rules and tags.
Yeah, that is the one. You should be able to access that from your security tab also.
Mhm.
Maybe it's
But I
issue with
cannot connect.
AWS. You cannot connect.
Yeah, because to connecting the SSH client, I should be doing in the instances only.
Is this
Yeah.
connect option is disabled? Is it not coming?
No, it's coming, but it is not. When I click on the connect, it is showing that error.
Error. Maybe it takes some time because you have just now created your account.
Okay.
Refresh your page and try once.
Okay.
And Shravani also getting the same error, right? Right, Shravani?
Yes, ma'am. Now it is initializing. Status check, please.
Okay. And to use SSH, you need a software called as PuTTY. If you are a Windows user, if you are a Mac user or Linux user, no need of downloading this PuTTY. Only for Windows users, download this PuTTY. Go with MSI Windows installer. Don't go with this .tar. MSI Windows installer, 64-bit or 32-bit based on your laptop. If it is 64-bit one, then go with 64-bit or 32-bit. I already have this PuTTY. A window like this after installation will appear. Download it and install it. And how to connect with it. We will talk about that using PuTTY. How to connect through PuTTY. We will discuss in our tomorrow's class. First one. Yeah, first one only. Download PuTTY. You have to select the first one. And this one depends upon your laptop's configuration. If you're using 64-bit laptop or 32-bit laptop, most of laptops will be 64-bit. So download 64-bit.
So
Installation done.
for now, we'll stop the instance for tomorrow,
Yes,
or
you have to stop the instance. Tomorrow we will see how to connect through SSH.
okay.
You can connect through your browser also. You have that option. So connect. EC2 instance connect is there. So this is your EC2. From your browser, you are connecting to your EC2 instance you have created just now. And SSH client. For this, through protocol SSH, you can virtually access Linux instances, not only Linux instances, any Linux machine. For that, you need a software called as PuTTY, and this is for Windows users. Mac users can use that terminal. How many Mac users are there? How many of you are Mac users? Okay, download this putty, keep it ready, and stop your instance. Don't forget to stop your instance. Go to instance, select it, instance state, stop instance. So take some time to stop, and that's it.
And
Then see,
you have downloaded one notepad. It's down. So what is the use of that?
this key is security key. When you are connecting through your SSH, it will ask the security key. This is like your password to connect with EC2 instance.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of just giving a password, AWS is giving you that encrypted key. You can open this and see. Open. This is a long RSA encrypted key. That's it. This is like a password to connect, and it will be available only once. If you lost this, you cannot. You have to create one more and assign with your EC2 instance. But this will be available for only once. You cannot download it.
So, I mean, where can we use this? Like,
While
have to give.
connecting through SSH, we have
Mhm.
to use this in PuTTY.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, in PuTTY, it will ask you to submit this .pem file. You have to give this .pem file and your host name. Then you can able to connect and access your EC2 instance via SSH. So we will talk about that in our tomorrow session. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay then, everyone. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye. Sita, I gave my debit card. If you're getting a message to use another card, please use another card. Try to use credit cards. It accepts debit card also, but credit cards work better. So yeah, LinkedIn profile, I'll share it tomorrow. Let me check. Do I have my LinkedIn here on this laptop? Yeah. Yes, AJ. Any doubts?
Bhar sorry, I'm asking this question, but
Yes,
you
yes.
are also Depuru and Bhargavi ma'am also Depuru and this Bharani sir is also Depuru. Are you cousins or like?
Yes. Yes, yes. Yeah, we are like same family.
No, I mean, yeah, I got it. But any relation like family friends or like only
No, no, we are same family means relatives. So Bhargavi is a relative to us.
okay. Bharani sir also a Depuru, so just to ask, I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, then see you in tomorrow's session. Yep, bye.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ma'am, can you provide contents of this course, ma'am?
Contents of this course. You can go here and 360 digit MG, you can check there itself.
Okay. Brochure is there, no? ma'am?
Yes.
Brochure is there, no? Course contents and brochure is there.
Brochure, I don't know. I have to check this. I'll do one thing. Tomorrow I'll share it with you.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, then guys, see you tomorrow.